Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Alfina Eka Pratiwi and my partner is
Ajeng, Tialin, Natasya.
Today we will present about Indian diaspora and hybridity in British society. The definition of diaspora will be explained by Ajeng. Ajeng, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Nana. So, what is diaspora? In history, the term diaspora was used for the Jewish diaspora, but now the term is used to describe various events involving the movement and separation of people in a region. Diaspora can be defined as a group of people who spread or move from their home area to another country. Normally, diaspora are characterized by the most, if not all, of the following features. Migration, which may be forced or voluntary from a country of origin in search of work, trade, or the escape conflict or persecution. An idealized collective memory and our myth about the ancestral home, a continuing connection to a country of origin, a strong group consciousness sustained over time, and a sense of kinship with diaspora members in other countries. So, the explanation about hybridity will be explained by my partner Nana.
So what is hybridity? Hybridity as a noun used to describe a thing made by combining two different elements, a mixture, and for adjective to describe something of mixed character. The term hybridity first appeared in the 17th century and came into frequent use in 19th century to describe the descendant of two plants or animals of different species. The term is often used by postcolonial experts. Recent adoption by social scientists, especially on migration, diaspora, transnationalism, and globalization. The 19th century was cursed about this form by racist assumptions about humans, gives that hybrids are defined as a cross between two supposed species in theory cannot produce each other. This debate rests on the question of widespread anxiety about the sexual union of different races, specifically between black and white skin. Next.
So, how is Indian diaspora in British society? Overseas Indians, officially known as non-resident Indians, or persons of Indian origin, are people of Indian birth, descent, or origin who live outside the Republic of India. According to a Ministry of External Affairs report, there are 32 million of non-resident Indians and persons of Indian origin residing outside India. Non-resident Indians, namely Indian citizen who does not meet the criteria as a resident of India, is a non-resident of India. They only refer to the tax status of citizens who, according to the Income Tax Act, have not lived in India for a certain period of time for the purposes of the Income Tax Act. Persons of Indian origin who at any time held an Indian passport or either of their parents or grandparents, great-grandparents were born and permanently resident in India as defined in Government of India Acts and other territories that become part of India. As Asaf Hussain assured, the reason why the Indian diaspora progressed was because it had a diaspora philosophy, while had two aspects. First, the Indians were proud of their culture and were ready to spread it anywhere. Second, the Indians had a strong identity as Indians. Hussein also assured that though their ingrained tenacity and aspiration toward higher education, diasporan Indians have penetrated the middle classes, and this means that the culture spaces that have been created within a closed British society can be bolstered and maintained. So, how does Indian diaspora have hybrid in identity in the UK will be explained by my partner Nana.
How how does Indian diaspora have hybrid identity in the UK? In the post-independence context, Britain became one of the destinations for Indian immigration. In comparison to other countries, India is considered Britain not a foreign country, and they believe they could adapt to British customs, social, and culture. The Indian diaspora can have a hybrid identity in the UK through a marriage process between Indian people and native UK people. Some of the Indian diaspora chose to marry into the white community, and most of them or Indian diaspora think that there is who managed to marry with a white race, meaning they were successful in finding a partner. This has several reasons. This has several reasons. For example, because they are a minority, marrying a white race is considered to be able to leave their position so that they are not underestimated. So this method is considered effective enough so that they are not isolated.
So, how do the characters in Ban It Like Beckham represent differences in culture behavior due to cultural gap and generation gap? We use Hofstede's culture dimension. Uh, the theory have six dimensions. The first is power distance, related to the different solution to the basic problem of human inequality. The second is in uncertainty avoidance, related to the level of stress in a society in the face of an unknown future. The third is individualism versus collectivism, related to the integration of individuals into primary groups. Fourth, masculinity versus femininity, related to the division of emotional roles between women and men. Fifth, long-term versus short-term orientation, related to the choice of focus for people's effort. And sixth, indulgence versus restraint, related to the gratification versus control of basic human desires related to enjoying life. We use we use two elements for to analyze the characteristic in when it like Beckham. The first is uncertainty avoidance and masculinity versus femininity. So uncertainty avoidance will be explained by Nana.
Uncertainty avoidance high. Jazz family who hail from India and uphold their customs and culture think that a woman shouldn't play soccer. Jazz mothers who often demand that she wants to learn to cook and learn Indian culture and behaves like Indian women in general. Miss Jules or Paula, who is always obsessed with finding a husband and thought that likes the same sex. Answer, uncertainty avoidance law. Joe and Jules, who have tolerance toward Jess who is Indian. Jess playmates who never look at Jess were different despite different races.
So the next is masculinity versus femininity. Masculinity or Jess is required to be able to cook and dress up, clean the house and arrange her room properly, wear wear clothes like a normal woman who wears skirts, dresses, Indian clothes or sari and etc. She has to enter the university prescribed by her family so she stay within reach. And she was also banned from playing football because it is considered taboo. And Jules' mother said that no man wants to go out with a girl who is more muscular than him. Those are masculinity of the character in Bend It Like Beckham, while the femininity are Jules has the freedom to decide what kind of clothes she wants to wear. She also not required to be able to cook or organize her room neatly. She has the freedom to choose the university she wants, even though the place is far from where she lives with her parents. She also allowed to keep playing football because it is considered normal, and also Jules' dad defended her, and also he said that he would rather agree if Jules was playing football than chasing a man. I think enough for our presentation today. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.